Alright, so today I want to talk about Sandopolis. But not just this. Slower acts in general, slower levels. Because I don't believe Sonic has to be fast. Hot take, I know. Oh, I'm gonna show you something funny. Okay, now back to the topic. So, I don't believe Sonic always has to be fast. I don't believe Sonic's levels always have to be fast. Because I think it has to fit with a certain idea, a certain vibe of the level. What I mean is, well, it applies less to Act 1, but we'll see when we get to Act 2. So this is basically this big, kind of ruined desert area. So it looks and feels like one, and it doesn't feel bad to play. And you get these little speed sections anyway if you want. You could go faster. I like to take in the sights and I guess sounds, but the music is the only real notable sound here. Maybe I should have started with Act 2 for my point. Because I know it's not going to take that long for me to talk about this. But yeah, just I like appreciating the slower levels. Because I see the vision, I see the idea, and I think it works well. Also, in case you guys didn't know, goodies here. As you can see, the more underground looking areas are kind of like death traps, and I think that fits perfectly. I like death traps. Sonic is first and foremost an adventurer. He loves speed, sure, and he can go fast. But I gotta tell you, I hate Gotta Go Fast. I think it ruined the well, my gut says ruin, but a lot of people love that, so clearly it's not ruined for them. What I'm saying is, it's like the whole Gotta Go Fast thing, the idea that is what Sonic is, and then with Unleashed coming out shortly after Sonic X, where the whole thing was about speed, I think it really changed the image of the franchise in the public eye. Like, people hated the Werehog, which is another thing I think was done really well. But people just wanted their speed, their fast blue little guy. No matter how well done the Werehog was, it's disappointing, you know? Because if you only focus on speed, you limit what adventures Sonic can go on. And I don't think there should be a limit. I think there's this old game called Sonic Labyrinth. I never played it myself, but the idea is so cool to me. Well, half of it. The idea is that Robotnik takes away Sonic's shoes so he can't be fast anymore. That's cool. That's like, what does Sonic get himself into this time? That kind of thing. But the part I don't like is that it's his shoes that make him fast, because then he's nothing special, and that's just weird to me, personally, that's all. If you've been looking at the footage, you've seen that I've barely gone top speed, because the level's just not built like that. It's a slow burn, like a desert, you know? And to me it feels good, because it captures the feeling of the area. I'm not really one of the fans who are all about, like, I don't want to say instant gratification, because that's not what I'm talking about. Not sure what it is, the exact words for it, but I hope you understand what I mean, because I don't know. Let's compare this level to Sand Sanctuary from Superstars. That level, it has more speedy sections, but it doesn't quite feel as oppressive as I think a big desert should. The whole game feels more like a toy anyway. Okay, now we're in Act 2. It's dark, the music sounds super evil. And the level gimmick is this time-sensitive thing. It's oppressive. It feels like the entire place is a trap. You're indoors in this claustrophobic area. It's tight and there's pressure, and it's more than speed. It's a feeling. Now the ghosts are out, and you always have to be mindful of them. Also, this looping section here, I love it. It takes a little more focus and attention. This is the answer, by the way. And I mean, it's like getting lost in a giant maze. I like that for this place. It's an adventure, you know? And Sonic is all about adventures. I don't think the type of adventure should be limited to just speedy stuff. Like, there's a time and place. Depends on the level, the style of game. Like, Arid Sand from Sonic Unleashed. That was all about speed, and it was good. It was cool. Because of the feeling of the game. That game, at least the daytime half, was all about how free and quick Sonic was. How smoothly and effortlessly he could move through these areas. That place wasn't a giant evil death trap. It was just open desert, a few platforming tricks here and there. And that's completely different from this type of desert level. You could get trapped, you could get lost. You don't know how many people got stuck in this area. Not players, but like within the world. It's just a cool idea to me. Also, I don't know if you've noticed, but there are barely any badniks. Like, this place is too oppressive even for Robotnik. That's just cool. It's always good to have speed as a focus in these levels, but at the same time, it's really important to keep the feeling in mind. Another example, the Nighttime Halaska level, Cool Edge, Nighttime. I like that because the music, well, I guess for most or all of the Werehog levels, the music is just smooth and it's slower paced, and I guess it feels heavier. The daytime levels are almost all rock, and wow, I immediately lost that. Anyway, it's rock and it's freedom, and endless possibilities, you know? Time and place for everything. I hope I've been getting my point across well enough. Basically, these games are better when the feeling of the area is taken into account. The feeling of the area and the overall game, the tone, all that stuff is important. Almost done with the level. Oh yeah, level length. That's another thing that people seem to argue about a lot. I think longer levels are fine. Like, think about Heroes. That had a bunch of long levels. I remember the time attack missions having time limits of like 5 minutes on the first levels and then 9 to 14 minutes later. And I think it works for the type of game it is. And there's still plenty of speed. It's just... ooh, that was weird. It's also about everything else, you know? That was faster than expected. Well, I guess that's the end of the video then. So, thanks for watching.
What's that on the screen?